We are always told to start investing at an early age. But what if we don't? Did we miss the boat? Is it too late? No, it's not, and let me tell you why. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are all doing really well. As you can tell by the title of today's video, I want to share with you my investing journey and share my thoughts around whether it's too late to start investing. Now, if you are interested, then please keep watching. I also quickly wanted to mention that this video is not financial advice. If you are after a tailored service or tailored advice, then please seek professional help. Now, if you stay towards the end of the video, I'm going to mention a few of my learnings, which I believe you guys will find a lot of value in. So stay tuned until the end. All right, now let's get started. So it doesn't really matter when you start investing as long as you start investing, because having your money sit in your bank account is really not helping you. We know that the inflation rate is about 2 to 3%. So the interest rate that you're actually earning is about 1 to 2%. So you're already losing purchasing power with your dollar. And that is going to diminish over time if you don't do anything about it and start investing into assets. Non-financial advice, of course. I recently did a video on this channel about not relying on your 9-to-5 job. I highly encourage you guys to watch that. Very briefly, I talked about some of the rates of return that you do get with different assets. So very quickly going through that, if you do want to find out more information, watch the video. But very briefly, if you were to invest into stocks and shares, you'll get a return of about 10%, which is still great because the rate of inflation, say, is about 3%. So you're still positive 7%. Now, if you look into real estate, the rate of return is about 30%, so you're definitely making a lot more there. And with cryptocurrency, we all know, of course, that this can fluctuate anywhere between 200% to even like 1,000% as well, which is absolutely crazy. So if you haven't started investing, I definitely encourage you to do your research, do educate yourself as well, and make sure you are aware of what's going on in the economy and find out what's right for you. There are a lot of self-help books around, a lot of educational resources around, a lot of YouTubers that are going around as well that are talking about personal finance and wealth. You can follow a lot of Instagram pages, a lot of Twitter accounts, you can join Facebook groups. Honestly, the list could go on. It's all up to you whether you want to learn from other people's mistakes and take that advice on board for yourself. Now, let's talk a little bit about my journey and where it all really started. Okay, so let's start off from the beginning and talking a little bit about my journey. So you guys all know that I purchased my first cryptocurrency when I was 23 years old. This was in 2018. The reason I started so late, and you may be asking, like, why are you starting investing at the age of 23? The reason was I was living at home and I was contributing to board payments to pay towards rent, and I was also paying for other expenses as well. Now, I've done a video detailing my money story, and I talk about, where my money story sort of emerged from, where it all started. And very quickly, just to briefly explain to you guys, I come from a very average middle-class family. My dad was the only person working. My mum stayed at home. She took care of the kids, took care of my brother and I. And that is the main reason why I was so late into investing, because I had always contributed funds towards the house to contribute towards household expenses for groceries, car, petrol, etc. So a lot of my money was going towards those kinds of things. So that really did not leave enough money for myself. I did try to save as much as I could. I was on a low salary at KPMG. You guys all know they pay peanuts. So I was earning a very low income, and whatever I did manage to save up. I was able to finally start investing when I was 23 years old in mid-2018. I put down $4,000 into some cryptocurrency that I thought I would delve into the market, see how it goes, and I purchased at the wrong time. I had actually purchased at the time the market was coming crashing down, and at the end of that year, my cryptocurrency portfolio sat at about $200. You guys all know I've spoken about it on my channel before. So I didn't take that $200 out because I thought, what am I going to do with the $200? I'd rather that even go to zero, because $200 is really not going to do me much. So I left it in there for a while, and in fact, I haven't actually taken it out even today. So I still currently hold all that money. investing. Just to give you guys an example, I had purchased Cardano at about 23 cents. And we all know the price of Cardano in Australian dollars is about $2.50 to $3. So definitely made some good returns there. So after learning what I did during the crypto cycle and whenever I did actually purchase, I waited a while before I was ready and confident again to enter the market, but this time not the crypto market. I made my first purchase of investment property, real estate property, in early 2020, and I purchased a house in regional Australia that was about $237,000, and we all know now that that price has definitely appreciated, and that property is now worth about $350,000, which is absolutely crazy. So once I did start becoming comfortable with educating myself with the real estate process and the purchasing process, which if you are interested in finding out and knowing more about, I have a few videos here on my channel. So if you just head to the real estate investing playlist, you'll be able to find all of those videos there. Now, come late 2020, this is obviously, mid-pandemic, everyone is concerned and the market is definitely hot at the moment. And I thought I would get in. People are really worried, and that's a time that I wanted to get in because I always know you need to work opposite to what people are feeling. If you buy in at a time that consumer confidence is low, you know that that's going to pick up, and over time that investment is going to be worth a lot more. So that's exactly what I did. I extracted the equity from my first investment property. So that means bringing my loan back up so that I could extract that equity and use that to purchase my second and third investment property. And that's what I did at about November time. Now, at this stage, I still hadn't actually bought any more cryptocurrency because I was still, quite upset about the fact that I had, lost all of that money. But I knew, coming early into 2021 that I wanted to do something into cryptocurrency and be more involved again. And that's when I started to aggressively start investing into cryptocurrency. Thankfully, I invested at a time, yes, the market was increasing, but it hadn't reached the tops that it has today. And since then, I have actually been dollar cost averaging my way in, and dollar cost averaging, for those of you who aren't aware, is just a purchasing technique so that you don't actually lose out on any of the highs and lows in the market, or you're not affected by any of the highs and lows. So you put away money and you start investing at different times of the cycle so that when you balance everything out, you know that you're still, in a positive and you're not largely affected. So that is my investing journey. I started pretty late. I know a lot of people my age have started a lot earlier, but given my circumstances, I was not able to. But I feel personally, for me, I'm pretty happy with how I've, managed to create a portfolio for myself. I did do a video recently here as well talking about my net worth and what's that all about. So be sure to check that out. I'll leave it down below. So I hope that my story gives you guys a little bit more hope and you don't feel stressed that you haven't started investing. If you're 25 years old, it's totally fine. I only really got into investment properties when I was 25 years old as well. So really there is no time to start investing except for now. So if you've got enough money in your account, if you think you've got enough money, definitely speak to the professionals around you, get some advice on what you should do and take it from there. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to provide financial advice, but do look into investing, look into other assets that actually are growing faster than the rates of inflation, because you want your money to do more for you and not actually diminish the purchasing power of your dollar. Okay, now moving on to some of the learnings that I really wanted to share with you guys that I have, come across and I have learned over the past few years of investing. And the first one is to not have my money sit in my savings account, because we all know savings account interest rates are very low. I don't want the value of my money to diminish over time. And as mentioned, I want to put my money into assets that are growing faster than the rate of inflation. So how do you know what you actually need in terms of investment? If you are looking to purchase a real estate investment, speak to a buyer's agent, speak to a mortgage broker. They can let you know how much money you need to have in your account. Once you know how much you've got and you've worked towards that, then you can start investing that money and making sure that obviously you've got an emergency fund, but also putting away money into investments that are not just sitting in your savings account. The next learning I want to share with you is around constantly investing, educating yourself, learning what's out there, reading books, self-help books, a lot of channels, as I mentioned. There's so many resources out there, so take advantage of it and continually invest, because investing is really what's going to help you boost your savings, boost your asset portfolio, and increase your net worth as well over time. And finally, this is a big one that I really want to share, and that is to leverage your debts. I'm a person that isn't here to, pay down my loans, because what's the point? I would rather extract the equity from my current loan and be able to purchase my second, third, fourth, fifth investment property, and that will then obviously generate an income for me. And once it does come time, if I have paid everything off, I obviously have an income. So I plan to obviously, keep purchasing more, having these investments, increasing my source of income, selling these properties. I can pay them off outright, and I have a steady flow of income coming through. All right, guys, so that's everything that I wanted to share with you guys in today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it and you learned something new. As always, if you haven't already, then please do subscribe to my channel down below, and be sure to click the thumbs up button if you did enjoy this video, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Thanks, guys.